experienced a lot of things in football over the years, but still this game can do things that provoke responses
Absolutely.
from you, like that equaliser.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't know where to look or run or cheer or talk us through that emotion at the end.
I was just saying there, I hope you're not going to call me Pleaty now from going forward, you know what I mean? A lot of them in here are too young probably to remember it, that's the problem. Yeah. So, no, the difference is David Pleat doesn't get booked for it, does he? They think it's okay and everybody enjoys seeing the celebrations. We're killing it that the managers can't come out their technical area to celebrate a goal or knee slide and do things which all gave you people probably quite a bit to talk about. It's strange that it's the first thing you've asked me. You know, you've not talked about the game, you've talked about me celebrating on the pitch.
I think it summed up the emotion and the ending of like a crazy ending to a game. What did you make of it?
It was a bit of a crazy ending because it didn't look as if we were going to get the equaliser. I don't think it was. I think it was in some ways deserved. In many ways, we had enough. Kieran Dewsbury Hall has a chance to put us one up. No, they missed a big chance in the first half as well, but we had a huge chance in the second half to go one up, and they didn't. Tarky's one headed off the line or kicked off the line, and then Jared Branthwaite also had an attempt. So we were threatening to get closer to it, but it looked as if it wasn't going to go in our favour. Really, that was the way it was. We hadn't had to deal with too much. We had quite a few corners to deal with, but in the main, I thought most of the other stuff we dealt with quite well.
Joe? Davies dealt with most of the other stuff quite well. She made a few changes at the back, 4 centre-backs across the defence. Was that more enforced with Mikalenko's injury, or was that more of a tactical because of who you were playing? Or?
No, I've always had it in my mind that it would be there. Pep does it as well, doesn't he? So no, he's thought about it at different times now. It was different for us. It was an injury which caused us to make the change. It wasn't the plan on what day is it? It wasn't the plan on Friday afternoon. Miko just picked up an injury in training, which altered everything really.
You were much improved in the second half. What did you say to him at the break?
I thought you would be better saying Brighton were very good for the opening 25 minutes. They were much quicker, nearly picked up every ball, any duels, and they were better than us for certainly that period. I thought we had a period of getting a little bit back into it. We gained a bit of ground and a bit of possession and had a couple of moments, but nothing of note. But I never thought coming here was going to be an easy game. I think probably the people who do Brighton will too. I think it's only Aston Villa and ourselves have probably won here in a year, something like that. Don't know if there's any other teams done it. So for us to come here and get a draw today in what is a really tight Premier League, scoring it in the last minute against a team who are close to us was a big point.
We've seen so much development and progression from Tieno Barry, and he's had all the plaudits for it in recent weeks, but how big a moment do you know is for Beto, and how pleased are you for him?
I think the reaction from the crowd was probably tells you. I think that everybody's been desperate for Beto to do well, and he continues to work like a beast every day to try and improve himself, to try and make himself better. And sometimes in life, the harder you work, the luckier you get, and he did.
I think that's 5 starts in a row now for Harrison Armstrong. Can we read anything into that in terms of your decision?
Can't read anything into it just now.
You haven't made a decision yet.
No.
Paddy?
Just on Harrison, what's he done at this young age to earn your trust? I know it's like his 5th start.
Yeah, the biggest thing I could say is I don't think he looks out of place in the arenas, whatever he's been in. I think he's shown that his future will be in the Premier League. There's not many. I mean, there's obviously some really well-known teenagers who are playing in the Premier League, but there's not that many. So I think now to get teenagers playing and getting them minutes is really important. So we had to play him in a position which is not too strange for him, but still a little bit offset because we had to deal with Brighton as well a little bit today. So we tried to play him a bit narrower off the right-hand side, tucked him in so that he could give us the feeling of having an extra midfield player. And he done a good enough job.
Like you say, a different role for him, slightly different role for him today. What was the thought process behind that? Was it some of it to negate Brighton's strength?
Yeah, because of Brighton's ability to play through centrally so much. They're so good at playing centrally. But probably the biggest compliment I could give Harrison is his ability to take on information and understand roles. He doesn't always get it right, but he's someone who, when you sort of give him the information, yeah, I feel as if he can do it, and or would attempt to do it.
Yep.
And then we'll come back. Your focus
saying you started your managerial career when you were about 35.
Yeah.
Fabian Hertzler, 31 when he was appointed here, he's 32 now. They've got 1 win in 11 and they're 13th. And there's a faction of the supporters here who are not happy about him. What's your take on the job he's doing and his team?
I'm nearly going, you're joking. I'm nearly with my mouth ajar saying, are you having a laugh? He is doing unbelievable. He's doing a brilliant, brilliant job for Brighton. He really is. And actually, you should consider yourselves incredibly lucky to have such a manager. And I've been in a couple of places recently where sometimes, you know, the grass isn't always greener, and you have to make sure that the manager here is doing a really good job. This is like I probably said, it's an incredibly well-run club with good ideas and whatnot. Sometimes you just got to remember where your place is. Sometimes you've got an excellent manager. In fact, you might have a manager who in the end will probably going to be the national manager of the German national team in years to come, etc. So you've certainly got someone who I think has got big prospects.
A couple of questions. Dave, just to check, did you get books coming on?
Yes, I did. Yeah,
You did get books?
yeah. Get booked for that. Imagine booking for celebrating. Eh? Who wants to see managers getting booked for celebrating? Know what I mean? I don't think I'd have danced down if the goal was in the 55th minute, if you know what I mean. But you know, it means they've got nothing about them at all. No thoughts about what football means or what it means to the managers, without absolutely just saying, no, you just can't step outside that line and I'm going to book you. Fucking sad, isn't it? Fucking sad. You know what I mean? I'm still shaking my head. You know what I mean?
Would you do it again?
I bloody will do it again. Actually, I think if I had been a bit more mobile, I might have done a knee slide. You know what I mean? But I don't know. See, that would have only got me a yellow as well. So I might as well have gone the whole hog. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, wait a minute. Now you're going a step too far.
Did you have another one?
I can ask this question after that. Just on the four at the back, I mean, throughout the season, it's sort of been rumoured that you're in need of a right back, possibly a left back.
Yeah.
But having seen how that's worked today, is it something you think less of? You're quite comfortable with
No,
going with four
we
centre-halves?
still feel as if that possibly we've been needing a right back. Jared Branthwaite's been injured for the best part of 6 months, I'd probably say, so which has meant that, maybe more, it's meant that he could easily cover at left back, and I always had that in my head if we needed it. Or he could be the number one left back if I had better playing centre halves. Michael Keane's played really well at centre half for me today, played well again today, and Jared went left back. So yeah, I mean we lose a little bit. You lose a little bit because you might lose the ability, and that's why we changed. Even late on, we brought Patterson on, who got me 2 or 3 crosses in the box, where maybe the other ones don't give me that ability. So there's a little bit of balance, and when you do these things as a manager, you have to sort of sometimes take away some which they might offer to get some which we did. We knew that Big Jake and Jared were quick enough, and we think the wingers here are very fast, what Brighton have got.
Any further questions? Last one, John.
David, I think this will be the last chance anyone gets to ask you this before the deadline. Any chance of any players coming in, do you think?
I'll answer it quickly. Yes, I do.
You do? What do you think?
But don't have a title, don't have a big headline. Yes, he does. He thinks it's coming because it might not, and then we disappoint people. So we're always better keeping you under the radar rather than saying yes.
Is there any interest in Tyreek George as well?
I wouldn't give any names away of players at other clubs.
Cheers. Thank you.
Okay, tap.
Congratulations.
Tap.